Hi everyone, Deb here. I'm here with hashtag 52 weeks of colorspiration, and this is a collab that Brandy at Left-Handed Crafter and I co-host. And I know we've had two people that I know of follow along sometimes, Polly's Pretties Coloring and Crafting, and also Coloring with Tess. Thank you ladies for participating, and we hope to see you again sometime. So I did another color cube card. It's number 103, which I kind of randomly picked two or three out, and hopefully I remember to put them away, um, so I don't lose them again. I found the one I lost before. Anyway, this is the one I did today, and I thought, kind of muted colors. So, but I love this picture. And I wish I had followed that before I started, but I flipped it over and was going with the color. So they called this Pooch, which is like a grayish pink purple, but I used a retired Stampin' Up! Color Rococo Rose, and I did use the light and the dark. And for teal, which they always make look almost black, but or dark gray green or something, but I used Pretty Peacock, which is this is a retired color. I don't know if I said that. Pretty Peacock is current color. I used Mint Macaron for mint, which is a retired color. Wish they'd bring that back. I used Smoky Slate, light and dark for the gray. And I didn't really have a charcoal in the Stampin' Up! Colors, but I had one in Altenew, which is their I think that says 607. Come on. I don't have my glasses on. Why won't it focus? Anyway, I'm pretty sure it says oh no, WG, Warm Gray 07. Sorry. Anyway, sorry it was so fuzzy. So those are what I used, and then I did bring in for accents some Arctic's acrylic markers. I used the white. These are just for accents. This minty color and this light pink, but I ended up going over what I used this for with white, I believe, because it didn't really show good. All right, so let me bring the book. I used this book again, which is one of the two books that Brandy and I'm going to raise up just a little bit. One of the two books that Brandy and I chose for this year. And there's the back. I'm also going to count this, by the way, for Mandala Mondays, which is another collab on Mondays, hosted by M Beans Color with Me, M Beans Color with Me, and co-hosted by Crafting with Pat and More. And I will link everyone's channels down below, as well as Sarah Renee Clark's Color Cube, her website that has all the color cubes if you're interested. There are two color cubes, and I saw a video that she has some new product, but I have enough with the color cubes right now. So I did all the initial stuff in the alcohol markers. I just put little dots with the white acrylic on this rose. I wanted it to look more like doily kind of thing behind it. I could have done little arches, but these accents were just done on the light Pretty Peacock with dark Pretty Peacock. Here is where I used the light pink acrylic, and then I went over it in white. This is also white. This is the mint as just a stripe on those leaves over the dark Pretty Peacock. And this is actually, I think, the pink, the light pink, this one in there to make little dots. Actually, it might, no, I'm wrong. It's the mint green, just making dots in the center of the flowerish. And that's it. I didn't take it any further, and the only place I used charcoal is in this background because I thought it made the rest of it pop a little more, and I didn't want too much gray because I already had a little bit of gray here. Here's where the gray smoky slate is, and this is the Altenew warm gray, whatever I said, 07 or something, I think. Yes. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on. It's glary. It's rainy. It's going to be raining here just about all week, off and on. I'm okay with it because it was like in 87 and sunny the last half half of last week. So I'm grateful we're not up that hot this week either. So yeah, that's my page for our 52 weeks of color inspiration. Very easy coloring with the alcohol markers, very fast. And I just felt like it needed a little something. And then I pulled this card back out because I had it turned like this when I was coloring. And you're allowed to use variations, which is why I use the lights and the darks and things. But then I flipped it over. I'm like, ah, she used a lot of white here, unless it was this very pale pooch, but it looks white with the mint in the middle of it, and then just the pinks and grays in the background, and a little bit of dark in between for shading. Um, so yeah, that's the color, the inspiration picture, and I kind of wish I had seen that, remembered it instead of having it flipped over like this, because I could have used like white and just put, you know, dotted greens in there or something, but I'm okay with it. Something different. I'm experimenting with colors that I wouldn't normally pick out to go together, like the grays. I like gray and pink together, but I don't know if I would have put it with mint and Pretty Peacock, you know, that kind of thing. So, yeah, something different, and I enjoyed it. Would I do a couple things differently? Probably, but that's how I always am. I always say, oh, you should have done this instead, or whatever. But I like it, so I hope you do too. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday and a wonderful week ahead. And I can't honestly tell you when I'll be back. I have a lot going on this week again, personally. 3 days of different, have to be out of the house for a while. But I'm doing my best to get some things scheduled ahead of time, but I'll probably miss some of the collabs again this week. I just I don't have it in me, don't have the time to push to get everything done. So I apologize for that. Anyway, have a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you again as soon as I can. Hugs, love, and peace.